The Palisades Fire was one of the most destructive fires that I've ever seen, and this photo of palm trees burning was one that stood out. The winds were what really stuck with me from the fires. They were lofting embers, block after block, starting new fires, homes burning one after another. And one of the things that we try and do as a photojournalist is to contextualize where we are and localize a story. And for me, the palm trees, really symbol of Los Angeles burning, was indicative of the times that we are in.
I chose that picture because it shows what matters in tragedies like this, and that's the lives impacted. When you see and hear about thousands of buildings destroyed, and just the mass destruction, having a picture like this can kind of remind you that each of those buildings, each of those homes were filled with the lives and the collected memories for the people who live there.
The van that you see behind me is called Azul by its owner, and it was featured in a picture that I shot from a helicopter about 2 days after the fire started. I chose it because it's one that really stood out to me. It was just a splash of color among, a sea of gray devastation, and it was hard not to choose. It also seems to have struck a chord with people. I think it gives people a little bit of hope, and that's one of the nicest things about what I get to do for a living is, sometimes pictures move people, and this really seems to have done that.
I chose this picture because of the trees. I had been walking through a devastated part of Altadena. There were no people anywhere, just destruction and charred trees. The yellow caution tape was tied around a tree that was cordoning off townhomes that had been destroyed. I'm going to keep photographing the trees because they're part of us, part of this natural place.
When I got sent up to Altadena on Thursday morning, there were firefighters in there, putting out burning embers. The place was pretty much destroyed. And the first thing I saw was the charred bunny sculpture on the left. And as I was shooting that, a very weary-looking firefighter walked toward the camera and gave the picture some scale. I knew it was a powerful image, and I really hope the Bunny Museum comes back in all its glory.
I chose this picture because it shows the scale of devastation caused by the Palisades Fire. The mobile home community, once full of life, is now reduced to ashes. The small figure of a person walking through the destruction adds a human element to emphasize the loss. One of the biggest challenges was ensuring my own safety in an environment like this. The air was thick with smoke, making it hard to breathe, and emotionally it was difficult to document such a tragic event, knowing that many people had lost their homes and possessions. Documenting the aftermath while respecting the emotions of survivors is always a challenge.